Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pitcher of tea, iced tea, with the Mr. Coffee tea maker. So they still sell this one. This is the black one, the 2-quart one. You can get it at Walmart for 20 bucks. So it's pretty simple to operate. It's got a one on-off button. It's got a plug-in, 2-prong plug-in. Here's where you pour the water. It does not have anywhere where you can see how much water you've poured in. This is the brew basket. This is where you're going to put your tea. It'll take standard tea bags. You can put loose leaf tea in here, but you'll want to use a filter. This takes a basket style 8 to 12 cup coffee filter. So you put your coffee filter in here like this. Should stay down in there like that. Now, it takes tea. I use tea bags. So unfortunately, the instructions tell you 6 to 10 regular tea bags for the full 2 quarts. So you'll notice at the store, regular tea bags are pretty small. So if it's these really small tea bags, it'll take, you can put anywhere from 6 to 10 of these in there. But I see a lot of people nowadays buy the family size tea bags. So I've done the math, and when you use the family size tea bags are quite a bit bigger. And when you want to use family size tea bags, it's 2 to 4. So you're not going to use as many of these. So either 2 or 4 of these, depending on what strength you want. And so tea bags come, so this is sweet tea, or you can get unsweet tea. So if it doesn't say that it's sweet, it's unsweetened tea. And again, that's the family size bags. What you don't want to buy is the gallon size bag. These things are ginormous, and it's way too much tea for this. It's way too much tea for this tea maker. So you don't necessarily have to use a coffee filter if you're just going to use a tea bag. So you just place the tea bag in there like this. You know, the string hangs off to the side. I'm going to put 3 of them. I can put 2 to 4, but I'm going to put 3 in there. So you do want to position, I wouldn't throw them right on top of each other. I would kind of position them so that they're kind of taking up equal parts of the filter basket. Okay, there we've got our tea bags in with the coffee filter. Now, we need a bunch of ice. So there's 2 lines on this. One says ice and one says water. So the first thing we're going to do is fill it up to the water line first. And then we're going to dump that into the tea maker. Okay, so I've got it filled up with just tap water right to the water line. There's this little door you push up, or you just pull up. It's hinged. You've got to pour the water into there. Again, there's no real way. You can look in there and see where it's at, but there's nothing to tell you how much water you have in there. So next, we want to fill this up with ice to the ice line, which is a lot of ice. Unfortunately, these things do take up a lot of your ice. Okay, so see how you fill it. Oh, that's a lot of ice. It usually drains your ice maker. So fill it up with ice. Leave the ice in there. Put the brew basket back on top. Again, have the strings hang off. Now we got to put this brew lid on. There's a little notch for it to sit on. So we're going to put that on. Now this has a little notch here, which is going to go, this is where the hot water is going to come out. Right here. And there's a little cutout for it. So we're just going to slide. You can't have that. So you can't have the spout going towards the machine. You got to have it pointed away. And it should just slide in there like that. Now it's completely, see how it's nice and flush? That means the hot water is going to be directed into the machine, or the pitcher. Okay, so I've got it plugged in. I'm all ready. I got my tea bags in there. Just going to hit this button. It does have a little LED that comes on to let you know that it's brewing. So one thing to know, so these sweet tea bags, these ones that say sweet, they don't use real sugar. They use that stuff that's not real sugar. But these do have caffeine in them. So I would not drink this before bed. You're definitely going to have some caffeine in it. There's the ingredients. Again, this one tastes really good. It's the Southern Sweet Iced Tea. So it doesn't take long before you start to see the hot water is going through the tea bags. It's coming down and it's getting cooled by the ice. Now we can't interrupt this. Don't turn power off. Leave it nice. You can't take this away, not till it's all done, because there will be hot water coming out of there. Now this does get kind of hot here, so be careful. You know, the box says it will do tea bags and tea leaves. Like I said, I've not done tea leaves. It says it'll do coffee grounds. I'm not sure this would be a very good coffee maker. I guess you could brew coffee over ice pretty easy this way. So it does come with this nice lid. Again, we're going to take this brew, when it's all said and done, we'll take this brew basket off, and then we'll put this lid on, and then you can just serve your iced tea out of the pitcher that you brewed it in. So it's been about 4 minutes. And that's how much tea we've brewed so far. I am going to do a video on how to descale these. So just like a normal coffee maker, we're going to descale these. So we're going on almost 6 minutes. So it's a pretty quick iced tea maker. You can see that water coming out is really hot. It melts that ice really quick. The machine is pretty quiet while it's brewing. Now towards the end it does get a little noisy. And there, the light just turned off. You kind of heard a pop. But the light turns off, that lets you know that it's done. Be careful, this can be hot. So there's where the water went on top of the tea bags. Looks like it saturated them all pretty good. You want to make sure and have this lid on, because that helps to direct the hot water into the middle. If you don't have this lid on, the hot water just kind of goes off to the side and it can miss some of the tea bags. So make sure you've got this lid on. So it's going to still drip a little bit. We'll set it off to the side here. That's our brew basket. We can throw that away now. And we can wash up the brew basket. And there's our iced tea. So you can see it does melt a lot of the ice. So let's give it a good stir. And let's check a temperature. So down in there, yeah, it's really cold. But I would still pour it into a cup of ice. So put this on. This has a nice strainer to keep the ice back. And there's our pitcher of iced tea. Yeah, that tastes really good. It's a little strong. I might just use 2 of the family size tea bags. 2 might be good enough. Check out my next video where I'm going to do a descale. We're going to descale this because it's got a heating element in there that will build up mineral deposits after time, so your tea may not taste as good. I'm also going to do a comparison video with the Mr. Coffee Tea Cafe. This is a 2.5 quart tea maker, and I'll do a comparison with this one. Thanks everybody for watching, and if you could, please like and subscribe.